Hello, and welcome to another Sims 4 speed build. Today I'm doing a collaboration build that was organised by This Is Speed Forever or that Plum Bob Rob on Twitter, and the task is to build rooms with a countryside cottage vibe, and then there's a whole heap of us that are building these rooms, and then one other simmer is going to put all the rooms together and turn them into an actual house. So I thought this was a super cool idea. So I will leave all the links and stuff in the description box below. But the people that are involved in the build are D, Suffolk Sim, and Fitzy, as well as This Is Big Brother, aka that Plum Bob Rob. So, having said all of that, let's get into my actual build. I'm doing the study and the dining room, and I don't often do like a countryside cottage vibe. So I'm hoping I wasn't too far off. We'll see what happens, I guess. So I knew as soon as like the theme was announced that I would be using this desk because I love this desk. I think it's one of the most realistic pieces we have in the game, and it's it's really cute. So we go for the kind of basic white color, but then I do have that blue seat in there, and like blue's kind of the feature color for this build. I thought this lamp was pretty good. It's kind of antique looking, and I feel like it hopefully looks like it belongs in a countryside cottage. I really struggled with the walls, but I realized why this build was looking so modern was because the walls were way off. So I just decided to go for some paneling, which I like never use, but we actually have some really nice paneling in the game, and I think I should stop using my boring old white walls and from now on use different wallpapers because instantly the walls look better and the whole room looks better with this paneling. I do eventually also swap this flooring out to a darker color. That happens when I go into the dining room and I realize maybe it's a little bit too pale. Because I knew this was like a collaboration video, I was like really trying to make everything perfect and like looking at every single color option. I don't know, I feel like this is probably not my best work. I feel like whenever I have to do a actual build for like a collaboration, my creativity goes out the window and I don't like what I build. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below of this room. So I do put a door in, and I kind of try and find a countryside cottage looking door, but I'm assuming the person that clicks all the rooms together will move the doors and hopefully put some windows in because I didn't do windows. Hopefully I left enough spaces on the walls too for some windows. I feel like it's semi-clear where some windows could go, but I'm not really sure. I put a little lamp there because that corner was looking really empty and I didn't want to do like a plant because I don't know, I felt like maybe that wouldn't be super countryside cottagey. How many times can I say those two words in this video? If it was a drinking game, I think it would not be so great. So I'm going to put a bit of clutter around the place because I feel like that really makes a room look good, in my opinion, in The Sims, is if you have some realistic looking clutter. Because let's face it, do you walk into a room in real life and there's like furniture and that's it? No. Well, at least not in my house, there isn't. I had to delete all those photo frames just to get, the one photo frame where I wanted it. And yeah, some more clutter. So we are kind of nearly done with the study. I do want to put a guest table in here because when I play The Sims personally, like when I'm not filming, I do like to have like a study room, which is great for skill building. So this test table goes over here, and we do the same kind of style of seat in the same color but without the armrests. And then I do put some plants in. I know I said I wasn't convinced, but I had to put them somewhere, I felt. But yeah, I thought it wasn't so great next to the desk. I don't know. And then we do some paintings. I wanted to put lots of paintings like everywhere, and I did do quite a lot, but then I didn't want to do too many because I know eventually this is going to be built into a house, and then what's going to be an external wall with windows and what's going to be an internal wall, I wasn't really sure. So yeah, I love these paintings too. I've recently discovered them after seeing them in somebody's stream, I think. And yeah, I think like streaming and watching YouTube is a great way of discovering things in the game that you might not notice, because if you're like me, you always just gravitate towards the same old things. The wall was looking a bit bland and I didn't want to go too crazy with paintings, so I decided to add some shelves, and some more boxes. Having thought about this now, I probably should have put that decorating box in from, is it Seasons, where you can click on it and like you can, the Sims can decorate their eaves of the house for Christmas or whatever, but I didn't. I decided to stack the books on top of each other as well because I feel like, I don't know, that looks good, hopefully. I was trying to do different things, but who knows? Who knows what I was doing. I was also kind of in a rush when I built this, so yeah, there's that. And also, sorry if you can hear my dog in the background. She's decided that this would be a great time to sneeze and cry. Um, what are we doing next? I think I'm just like looking for clutter, to be honest, guys. Oh yeah, I'm still going with the shelves. So I thought that dog statue was kind of cool. I always forget to look at the statues in The Sims, and there is some usable stuff in there now. I feel like with base game it wasn't that great, but now it's definitely better. I did start putting windows in, which you'll see, but then I decided that the person that's doing the outside of the build, or like clipping the rooms together, might want to do that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think I'll quickly put some more stuff on the walls though, and then we will be done. So yeah. Okay, so as we are very close to going into the dining room, we put a final little lamp in the corner here. I don't know, it looked like an empty corner and I felt the need to fill it, which was, I guess, unnecessary. And I don't know, I didn't go for a ride because I wasn't really sure where to put one, but maybe I should have, to wow, great speaking, to make it feel more cozy. For the dining room, we go for this was actually my second attempt. The first time it was way too big. I mean, we have to remember the theme we're trying to follow is like countryside cottage, and I felt like a massive grand dining room probably wouldn't be appropriate. I really like this stone kind of feature wall, so I decided to go with that. I don't know what's going to happen on the outside of the house, but I don't think it really matters if it doesn't match. I mean, it could be a wallpaper for all we know. And yeah, again, I'm going with the paneling and the wallpapering, which is something new to me, but something I definitely should do more of. I'm a little bit indecisive because I didn't want it to look too heavy. I think I went into this trying to make a quite, bright light selection of rooms. But then you can see here, I'm like, no, the floor's wrong. It needs to be darker. And I think instantly, oh, I do put a red in the study. Great editing by me. Sorry, guys. I do think the darker rooms, the darker floors make the rooms look a little bit bigger. I kind of go for a nice fireplace, which honestly I've never used that fireplace or that swatch of the fireplace before. It's really nice. I really struggled with picking the dining tables and the floors. The floor color versus the wall color versus the table color. It was a process, and I think I was feeling like, oh my gosh, people might actually watch this video, so it needs to be perfect. What table do I go for? Like, it really matters. Like, come on. But we do eventually pick a table, I promise. I know, a lot of people seem to not like Sims 4 because we don't have the color wheel. And yes, sometimes the swatches don't match perfectly, or you want to use a seat with a table and the woods are different colors. But I think as a whole, we do have a lot of options, and I don't, you know what, Sims 4 is running a lot better than Sims 3 was running. I have all the expansion, like I have all the packs, and I feel like if I had all the packs in The Sims 3 by this point, the game would be pretty laggy. So I don't mind that we only have swatches. And you can always go into like CC and get recolors anyway, if you want to download Build by CC. So yeah, here you can see I am going through the process of picking a seat. As I said, for this build, I made it way more complicated than I normally do. I think it was just that sense of pressure. I don't know. I do like the table that we go for. I feel like I never really use this table, but it's quite nice, and I do think it fitted the... No, am I not recording? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No, it's okay. I had a panic attack over nothing. Oh gosh, I'm such a fool. Yeah, we have lots of different seats with lots of different textures, which is nice. I do like the straw ones, but we go for these more basic ones from Get Together. I was going to say the Windenburg pack, but oh no, we don't. Sorry, I'm clearly delusional. We go for the base game ones. I do like these grand ones with the armrest, so we put those at the end of each, at each end of the table. Why is that sentence so hard to say? And then we mess around with rugs for a little while. It's hard to get one that like you can get the right proportions for and then the right kind of theme and colors, but we go for like the rug that I seem to use all the time. It's probably one of my most used rugs, at least recently. In the olden days when we only had base game and a few packs, it was like the black and white kind of abstract, I don't know, patterned one. I described that horribly. But yeah, this is a very used rug by me. I love it. And I do like how the colours are kind of more subtle and it's a bit more worn. You know, this is a countryside cottage, so I decided to put some kind of quirky things on the mantelpiece. And then I did think about putting a bar in here as well, but I couldn't really fit a bar. And then, as I said, I didn't want to make the room too big either. So now I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm just looking for quirky things for the walls, really. And you know, I found a couple of things. I didn't love the black frames, though. I felt like it looked a little bit too modern. But yeah, we do stop looking at random clutter soon, I promise. This menu thing was also kind of cool. I don't know, you could pretend it was a birth certificate or deed to the house or something. And also that plate is pretty cute, so I do decide to use that in a more subtle color. And we are actually nearly at the end of the build, would you believe it? We probably just have to do some of my favorite cluttering up with the room, which you will see very soon. I use a like a sideboard thing and then put clutter on it, which I think ends up looking awesome. And would you believe it's not one of these that you can see on the screen at the moment. That one that I'm currently playing around with now, I feel like the height is too low. I mean, I can get how that would be semi-realistic, but I feel like if it was the height of that one there, it'd be way better. And this one was nearly going to be the one that we were going to go with. As you can see, I start positioning it into place, but I do stumble across a better one. I didn't want too much furniture in this room either, because, you know, it's not the biggest room, and I feel like you could probably go overboard with the furniture. I don't know. And there has to be windows in here as well somewhere. This is the one that I'm talking about. I just stumbled across it and I love it. To me, it's very realistic. I feel like it's something a lot of people would have in their homes, and it looks even better when you put clutter on it. And I do like the fact that they didn't put clutter all over it. Like, you have the plates and stuff in the cupboards, but then you can put, you know, your vases and stuff on it. So we do that. We put some vases, we put the drink tray on from Eco Lifestyle, and then we got like this hideous bowl thing from Eco Lifestyle, which when I first saw it, I was like, that is hideous, I hate it. But I've actually ended up using it a lot for clutter, because bowls are such great realistic clutter items. You will see me find it eventually. I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh yeah, I'm clearly looking for the bowl, and then I stumble across that random vase and get distracted for a second. But the bowl is coming, I promise. And also some more vases. I love how I searched for the bowl and then totally didn't grab for it for ages. I did size it down, I believe, and I turned it into like the darker color so it was less hideous, but I do think it looks really good. And yeah, that is nearly the end of my build. We do put the little like globe bar in here, so then at least your Sims can have a drink if they want. And I nearly put a seat next to the bar, but I decided not to. So yeah, basically now I'm just putting some stuff on the walls, and then we're going to call it a day. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you liked this build, and please don't forget to have a look at all the other people that made rooms for this collaboration. I will leave links in the description box below, and yeah, go watch their videos and like their videos and follow them. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.